You know, there's a couple of rules when it comes to doing this. This being prison social media, prison-related social media. Take it from me, I should know. I paved the way quite a bit. Mistakes, trials and error, things that worked, things that didn't. But like I say, there's things that you got to do if you're gonna stand any chance of making it in this prison-related social media thing. Rule number one is you have to be likable, kind of. I would learn more so as of late and really, dabbling with TikTok and watching videos on TikTok that's not necessarily true. It's obviously a hell of a lot better if you are likable because people will feel compassion, possibly sympathy, feel sorry for you because of whatever you've gone through. Oh my God, this guy just served a boatload of time in prison. Here he is out here trying to get his life together. I would learn that from sharing my own personal story, first starting out with AfterPrisonShow like 7 years ago on YouTube. People liked me, people felt for me, people rooted for me. You gotta be likable, or not, I guess. You could be the villain. But ultimately, the villain role will never last and have any sort of longevity like being a likable character. So rule number one is you have got to be likable, personable. I truly feel like if you're gonna stand any sort of chance doing this social media thing. And rule number two, boy, you better not lie. You better not come out here on no fugazi, foo-foo, rah-rah bullshit. Because people gonna find out all about you. And the number one thing you better not lie about is what you served time for. Folks, today I want to introduce you to somebody that I'm literally just running across, and I got a feeling they've been around for a little while. You guys let me know how long this person has been around for, but again, I'm just running across this person by the name of Colter James Thomas. This fella right here. Tattoos on the face, claiming that they served 19 and a half years in prison for killing somebody who raped their sister. My God. Hell yeah. This guy's a hero, if you let him tell it. Now, funny, before I ran across the fact that this guy's getting exposed all over TikTok, I ran across his video first. And when I watched it, I was like, wow, that guy's probably gonna do pretty well. Whether he's a likable guy or not, his charge alone is gonna help catapult him to the top. He's a hero. No matter if he's a villain in real life, this dude is a hero, like villain personality was. Anyways, long story short, Colter James Thomas has just been exposed by another content creator by the name of that Danish guy. I actually ran across his video and holy shitballs. 2 rules if you want to succeed, if you want to stand, I can't even guarantee that you'll succeed. If you want to stand any sort of chance of making it in social media, and trust me, there's more than these 2 rules, but 2 golden rules are you got to be likable and you got to be real. Don't you come out here wailing about what you served time for, and Colter James Thomas did exactly that. First, everything about this guy is a lie. First, claiming that you served 19 and a half years, that Danish guy would pull up your entire court record, your entire criminal history, and it would showcase that you served 12 years, not 19 and a half. And then, for what you served that time for, robbery, not murder. I guess Colter James Thomas was doing a live stream. That Danish guy was in that live stream trying to confirm that his name was in fact Colter James Thomas from X, Y, and Z, wherever the hell this guy's from. And Colter James Thomas would say, yep, that's me. And that Danish guy would be like, gotcha. And gotcha, he most certainly did. Exposing this fugazi fraudster. Scammer, he's being referred to as now. Because not only did he come home, jump on TikTok saying, hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Colter Thomas. I served 19 and a half years in prison for killing somebody who raped my little sister. Some guy that we knew from the church. By the way, here's my Cash App, my Venmo, my QR code. Send that is what he was doing. Colter James Thomas gets exposed. He then has to rebuttal this. saying that he was a juvenile when this took place and that record is sealed, and they charged him with robbery some kind of a way, and that's why he got the robbery charge, but the murder charge is what, on his juvenile record? Well, that Danish guy was able to pull up his juvenile record as well, and he only had like possession of tobacco as a minor. Ain't no murder there. And now that Danish guy is urging people who donated to this guy, get your fucking money back from this scammer. This dude might as well have come home talking about, hey, I'm calling about your car's extended warranty. And you know, when I run across this story and I'm like, oh shit, Stickman, you made the biggest clerical error that you possibly could with this prison social media game. You came home lying about what the fuck you was locked up for, not knowing, maybe, that people was going to be able to find you out. It's like being in prison. You should have known better. Get into certain institutions where they're going to want to see your paperwork. But out here in the real world, Stickman, they don't need to see your paperwork. They can find you out. And it's really not that hard to do. And that Danish guy has done so in your case. But again, when I first ran across this whole expose of Coulter James Thomas, you know, I thought to myself, I was like, damn, Stickman, you had a plan, but that plan didn't work. You were sitting there doing those 12 years, probably hearing about me. Who is this Joe guy in this After Prison show that has taken the world by storm? You're probably going to see a lot more fights on Valentine's Day, just as you would any other holiday that you're locked up for, because dudes is going to let the feelings fly, just like them haymakers. Bung, bung, bung. Say something again, because I can't stop thinking about my girl and what she's out there doing with bung, bung, bung. Jody number 10. Say something again. Cody! Say something again, cause I can't stop thinking about my girl she's out there with. Jody number 10. Jody number 10. Jody number 10. Jody! I want to go home and do the exact same thing, and I can, but wait, I'm going to do it even better. I'm going to go home and tell everybody I'm a vigilante. I had the whole court in the street. They gonna feel for me. For the third time, when I first run across this expose, the first thing I'm thinking is maybe dude didn't know no better. He had been locked up for 12 years, tacking on an additional 7 for whatever reason. Maybe 12 didn't seem realistic. But even with the fact that he had been locked up for 12 years, it's 2022 right now. He got locked up in 2010? Oh, Stickman, well, TikTok wasn't even a twinkle in its daddy's eye, daddy being China's eye at that point. But you know, YouTube was around, and After Prison Show wasn't even around, crazy enough to think. We've been around for a long time, just not that long. Matter of fact, I was knee deep in my prison sentence too during that time. Just getting to prison when you're getting locked up. So I think to myself, maybe this dude was just so dumb. I don't want to say naive, because this dude is legitimately a dumbass for this. So dumb to the fact, this dude being, that he wasn't thinking nobody was ever going to find out about this. Or maybe he was and he didn't care. Maybe the game plan was, I'm going to come home, I'm going to snatch and grab as much money as I can from the free world, because people are going to feel sorry for me. I'm going to be this likable character. They're going to boo-hoo for me when they hear this story that I've spent 12 years concocting. He might have even wrote a manuscript, a book, crossing all of his I's and dotting all of his T's. I said that on purpose like that, to make sure that all loose ends were tied up. You know, like interrogation, they just try to catch you in the lie. It's harder to maintain a lie than it is the truth, because you may misremember parts of that lie. So they'll ask you those same questions over and over again. I mean, this guy probably spent that entire 12 years piecing together, you know, putting this master plan together. I'm going to snatch and grab as much money as I can through Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal before they find out about me. And then I'm going to ride off into the sunset. Sayonara, suckers! You believe that? You believe that? When I heard about this story for the first time, the first thought that came to me before the expose even was a mention, like a thing. I'm not going to lie, the first thing I thought about was like, damn, is this Joker right here? Joker had an eerily similar story.
My name is Joker. At the age of 12 and a half, I got locked up for killing 5 people, for the guy that was my niece's father at the time, gave her PCP in her milk. And it was just something that he liked to do. My sister was at the hospital with my...
What if Coulter James Thomas, I almost forgot the guy's name, was inspired by a story that I once shared on After Prison Show featuring that of Joker? Now, for those of you who are like, Joe, who the fuck is Joker? Joker was a juggalo. And for those of you who may not be familiar with this, juggalos are the most notorious gang set in the United States. They're actually listed on the, I'm just making all this up, triggering people, I admit. No, they're not, Joe! It's a movement! Call it what you will. Joker was a guy that I met, and I did not do enough, I didn't do any background on this guy. He looked the part, and he told my show producer at the time, Dave, ironically enough, Dave was my story producer. He was going out there and basically finding people who had interesting stories to share. Joker was one of them. We did absolutely no background to verify anything that this guy was sharing to be correct or true. And he shared with us a story of killing somebody who had raped his little sister. Holy shit! Holy shit, these components are touching. They're sword fighting right here. This guy may have actually been inspired by that story. Long story short, Joker was a fucking compulsive liar. He said that this happened while he was a juvenile, said his juvenile record was sealed, said that he had like 4 life sentences, but he only ended up doing 20 years. I don't know how you get 1 life sentence off of you, let alone multiple ones, but somehow this guy was able to do so. Shared such a descriptive story of how he mutilated this guy, fed him to his dog. I mean, it was crazy. Now, mind you, you're probably thinking to yourself, Joe, you are how dare you, Joe, let a guy like this share his story? Well, we're putting together a 3-part, 4-part series with this guy, and after the first video, as I'm editing this, I'm actually doing my been verified and truth finder background check on this guy, and I can't find shit about Joker. But the sad thing is we've already released the first video, so I fucked up. But I thought to myself, I can fix this. And fix it I would try to do by actually exposing Joker by the very last video saying, hey, look, dude, we don't know. We can't find anything about you. Oh, but it's real. My sister's got the transcript from my court case in a safety deposit box in a bank. Joker ghosted us after that. Never would, the last communication we had with him was he was getting that information for us, which of course doesn't exist. Never did. So even though that was a major blunder on my part, fuck it. We let this guy share this and look like the stupid fuck that he was doing so. Why would you even want to lie about something like that, let alone share it with the entire world? It's not like you've got a very forgettable face. People are going to see you in public with that god-awful juggalo tattoo right underneath your left eye and say, holy shit, he's one of those, he's I'm not going to make any more jokes about the juggalo situation, but they're going to know exactly who he is. Funny thing, got nothing to do with this Coulter James Thomas situation, or maybe it does. Happenstance, so to speak. Oh, that's right. I actually ran across some interesting information about the infamous Joker that I plan on sharing with you real soon. How soon? Well, depends how many likes we can get on this. Look at me whoring myself for the like. Hey, smash the fucking like button, please. I mean, I don't want to be a beggar. I don't want to be a Coulter James Thomas here because I heard that's exactly all this dude was doing. After sharing that hypocrisy of a first video, I'm Coulter James Thomas, and I'm running for delegate of this prison social media genre. I served 19 and a half years for murdering a man who raped my little sister. Vote for me through Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or a QR code if you feel so inclined to do so. I don't know how much money this guy got from sharing that particular video, that particular story, but I got to imagine it was substantial. $200? $2,000? 20 G's? I don't know. I'm sure he'll never tell us, but regardless, This guy is looking quite foolish now. Being plastered all over TikTok for all the wrong reasons. There is no rebounding from this, stick man. Maybe this was also a part of your plan while you were serving 12 years for possession of tobacco as a minor. I mean, for robbery. There's no murder involved. I'm gonna come home with this outlandish story of true crime and vigilante justice. The world is gonna feel so inclined to make it rain on me. And then eventually somebody will find me out. They'll expose me, but that's okay. We've planned for... Hey, did you send that? Did you send that? You did. You're unsure about whether to... Listen, girl. Hey, I'm in investment right now. Hey, let me make one more click. She hung up on me. I gotta feed her this load of bullshit. Pick up this phone, you pick this motherfucker. Hey, girl! Yeah, listen. I know you ain't buying. You ain't buying what I'm selling, but just listen to what I'm saying. Check it out now. I've got a plan. I am an investment opportunity. Whether you like me or not, I don't care about that. Have I told you about your car's extended warranty yet? Damn, this phone is freezing. Where I was going with all of that, maybe he had like some pen pal who was skittish about possibly sending that to him, but he let them know that he was an investment opportunity. He had a grand plan to come home and make a financial come up, and these people invested in him. They didn't send that to support him. They invested in him like he was some sort of FTX. That was probably in poor taste. Yeah, so maybe it was all part of his master plan. Concoct a story, share it on some sort of social media platform, get financial compensation for doing so, then get exposed, and then the grand plan. Bounce back. Some kind of a way. Hey, look, I lied to you. I'm sorry. I did not mean to share the story that I made up, but let me tell you about my childhood. You see, I grew up with not a lot. And I knew the only way I was going to be able to make, not school, not trade school, not a job, robbery. I had to rob and steal to eat in them streets. And I did so. And I knew if I came home and tried to share that story with you, you wouldn't buy it. You wouldn't understand the plight. Word I said. You wouldn't understand that plight. I know there's no tears. It's not crocodile. So I made up the story. I made it up. Oh, I am so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. But yo, I got a new Cash App. So can we start anew? I literally had to spit to put tears coming. Name another. Look, I'm not gonna make this super long. You know, here's this Coulter James Thomas guy getting exposed. Can't even imagine what it's like for you to open up TikTok right now knowing you all over that shit for the wrong reasons. I don't truly feel there's any coming back from this, and it didn't work, stick man. They are hiring, in fact, down at the temp service. It is time to change your career path, because this ain't it, Chief. When I came back and said that I'm back, and I'm here with a fucking vengeance to take over, one of the things that I said was I was going to help give the game away, basically. Share with any potential prospect, people coming home after serving time, with the idea of starting some sort of social media presence in the prison social media genre. Tips and tricks and how-tos. Things that I learned, things that I, experienced firsthand, things that are known because of the struggles that I personally went through with helping to pave the way for anybody else coming after. So let me do a little bit of that real quick. If you want to stand any sort of chance doing this, you better be some sort of a likable, personable, interesting person. And you better not lie about what the fuck you serve time for. They will find you out. Yeah, they will. And if you decide to go against that advice, be fair warned. There probably is no coming back from that once you've done so, especially if you've been out here taking money from people. Coulter James Thomas, you were locked up for a robbery charge. You lied about what you served time for, even lied about the amount of time that you served. You, sir, are the biggest dumbass this week. We had Megan Hall. We had the guys that escaped from Missouri. And now we've got you, Coulter James Thomas. You, sir, are wearing that dunce cap. And just like the guy Joker, you too also have tattoos on your face and are going to be quite a recognizable person. I can't imagine, how damaging this is going to be to you even outside of social media. Let's say you are trying to get that job at Burger King. They're going to be like, wait a minute, I don't even care about the fact that you've been to prison. Ain't you? Oh, you are Coulter James Thomas. You's a fucking liar, boy. You couldn't change the tire here or the oil in the fryer. You better carry your ass to labor ready. Yeah, I got a feeling, man, this is going to be something that's going to be hard to get beyond. What if, hear me out now, just thinking out loud, what if the end game here is some sort of relapse? Look what you made me do! It's because of you! Now I'm on drugs! Send that, please. There's ways to do this. And the way that you went about this, that weren't it. And for you, I'm out. Sort of like Shark Tank. Anyways, folks, I just want to share this story with you guys. I'm sure you've already heard about this guy, seen it. Maybe you've even donated to this guy. If you know of this guy and this story, comment down below. When you first ran across it, did you buy in? Were you all in like a Bitcoin? Or did you have some sort of speculation, skepticism, and things of that nature? Were you apprehensive? And how much time do you think? I should not say that. What if, hey, I'm going back to prison, you motherfucker. You sending me back. How crazy would it be to serve time in prison, come home thinking that you're going to start a social media existence based upon that, only to have your attempts to do so be cause for why you end up going back? You served time for robbery. You came home and were doing the exact same thing by posting that Cash App all over the internet. Hey, did you send that? Freeze. You're fucking under arrest. And your time's up, bub. Crazy. Anyways, that's all I got. Y'all let me know what you think. And I look forward to sharing more with you real soon. I hope this was a video you guys enjoyed. If it was, please leave a like and a comment letting me know exactly what you thought about this. And as always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world. Never take a moment for granted, nor ever lie about some bullshit that you done did, because they will find you out. And as always, make the most of every day.